morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien, Win Bubba, on Sunday, July 28th. Wow. We're almost heading towards the end of the year here, huh? Well, here is a special commentary for me, no Mr. Paul Harvey today, because I did one yesterday and I got to continue the one I did on political discourse. But today it's on the law of unintended consequences. I know I keep on harping on that. Until you people realize what it is, I'll keep on harping on it. And here it goes. And it's still related to Congressman Elijah Cummings. Now, yesterday I said, and I know a lot of you probably are saying, oh, he's being prejudiced, he's being racist. When I said Congressman Elijah Cummings looked like a black bully. If you don't believe me, look at that video and look at the way he's talking to and his mannerisms to the acting Secretary of Homeland Security. I don't care who he is, black, yellow, red, who, or Trump or anti-Trump. He is still the acting Secretary of Homeland Security. And he's there because his boss told him to do what he wanted to do. You as a congressman is supposed to be oversight, not a bully. And look at Congressman Elijah Cummings' mannerisms, speech, and the way he was a bully, just like President Trump is, a bully, just a black bully. There's no difference in a bully. You can be Asian bully, you can be a black bully, you can be a Latin bully. Hey, just look at Chavez when he did his UN speeches, or look at Maduro when he does his UN speech this year and the General Assembly. That is a Latin bully. You can be an Arab bully. Bully has no race or creed. It's a bully. And that's what Congressman Elijah Cummings was. Now, for the law of unintended consequences, and this applies to you, Congressman Elijah Cummings, a good example of when President Trump hit you back on your district, and you know he was going to hit you back on your district. You should have known that. Your district is a disaster. It always has been a disaster. And it isn't because of you. Well, partly because of you, maybe, but I have no idea. But you are representing that district. So you own it, unfortunately. That's the way the politics goes. If you can't stand that, get out of the kitchen. A good example of that would be your friend, Congressman Conyers from Michigan. Remember him? Old Mr. Conyers. Oh, I remember him. He wasn't well liked in Michigan because I was in Michigan. Him and Congressman Dingell and all the other guys that were there. Well, here's the law of unintended consequences. Congressman Cummings, you know that these people that have been detained by the Trump administration will have to be released at some time. And the way they release them is just like any other government. I mean, Obama did the same thing. You went to a state, didn't tell them, and you just walked into a city, busload, open up the doors, see ya! And that's the way they do it. And I bet you Trump's going to do the same thing to you. He's going to release them and tell his ICE personnel to go over to your district in Baltimore and open the door and say, see ya! Because that's the way the federal government operates. Obama did it. Bush did it. So it's not just a Trump thing. It's, Mr. Obama has been known as the deportator-in-chief. And he was the deportator-in-chief. And he's African-American. That's not saying bad things about him, but that's what he did. He followed the law. And the law says deport. Okay? Did he do much for you African Americans in his 8 years of being president? I don't see a thing. But then again, the whites haven't done much for themselves, have they? No. Can't take a Latin because there's been no Latin president. But Congressman Cummings, can you imagine what would happen to your district? And look at your district. Has anybody from the left media, say ABC News, CNN, gone to your district and see, is it black? I don't think so. I think the demographics are starting to change there. And like I said, look at Congressman Conyers' district. Who's in it right now? I don't know. I don't follow your politics too much like this. But who's the congressman that inherited his seat? And look at Michigan. You got Congressman Tlaib. Minnesota's got Omar. And Michigan, which I know because I've been there, is going to be Arab, big time. Dearborn is Arab. Areas in Michigan that used to be called Bloomfield Hills and Birmingham are going to be Arab. Even Hamtramck used to be heavily Polish, is now Arab. Heck, look at New York City. Brighton Beach, that's heavily Russian and Albanian. In areas in New York City, the Albanians have a mob big time that NYPD don't want to go in their areas. This is what's going to happen to Baltimore. And especially if Mr. Trump decides to be even more bully than you are, Congressman Cummings, and goes over there and takes his people and opens up the door. See ya! Don't you get it? You can't be a bully as a congressman. Didn't they teach you how to be a congressman? I don't think so. Because I haven't seen a congressman be a congressman there yet. Even Adam Schiff from your Democratic Party. Pelosi, there's a good example. Oh, the race card! Really? And then she's playing chess when AOC is playing poker. She doesn't get the game, does she? Or you are trying to match witch with President Trump when he's a counterpuncher and he's hitting you where it hurts. The law of unintended consequences is big. And right now, ask the mayor here, Keisha Lance Bottoms in Atlanta. She just barely won her last election. And when her re-election comes up, that's going to be a tough fight. Is she going to win? Well, that's for here. I would say no, because the Latin population here in Atlanta, Georgia, is increasing by leaps and bounds. And just have Mr. Trump dump some more here. And by the way, they can vote here. It's supposed to be an open, what do you call that? Sanctuary city. Yeah. So, Congressman Cummings, why not do the right thing and be a good congressman for a change, huh? Stop being a black bully and get yourself in a corner. Because you look bad on TV. And it's your fault. You could be a good congressman if you wanted to be. But I don't see any. Congressman Lewis of Georgia, the same way. He could have been a good congressman. But no. You guys have this agenda. And agendas don't make good congressmen. This is your favorite alien, and Bubba, saying good day.